pretty sure pull-up mate made this pull-up bar for bikes. This is a perfect accessory for checking out your bike gears. So this is where I do all my bike maintenance. So once your bike's nice and clean, you can just have a quick check, go up and down the gears, and just make sure everything moves nice and smooth. If it doesn't, you can adjust through the barrel adjuster here, but that's for another video. Yeah, so I'm just making sure it all works well. There we go, bike's good to go. Right, see you at London Duathlon. London Duathlon. So run, bike, run. We're going to run 10k, cycle 44k, run 5k. Looking forward to this. So it's going to have a different feel compared to the triathlon, London Triathlon, which I did 4 weeks ago. Getting out to swim and then getting onto the bike is going to feel completely different compared to running 10k and getting onto the bike. But yeah, looking forward to it. My running has been, I've been focusing a lot, especially in the last 3 months. I kind of finished all my knee rehab back in April, so I've been introducing running back in, so this is going to be a proper test for me. It's going to be a bit of a lung buster, but yeah, looking forward to it. Richmond Park is not an easy route. It's a bit of a mess of a route really. It's like for the bike, it's 4 laps, and on each of those laps you've got 4 roundabouts. 3 of those roundabouts are literally stop dead right hand turns, so you've got to slam on the brakes, full right, a 90-degree turn, and then accelerate out. So within each lap you've got like 3 right hand bends where you have to then restart the pace again. You've got one decent hill, which is Bloomberg Hill, and then you've got like a long slower climb on the other side. I can't think what that hill's called. So as a lap there's quite a lot that goes on. You're constantly up and down, you're not settling into a pace, and then when you do settle into pace you then slam on the brakes, basically stop at the roundabout, right turn, come out the roundabout. So you've got that each lap. So it's not a London Triathlon was just a long straight, one U-turn, long straight U-turn, long straight U-turn. This is going to be up, down, standing up, sitting down, time for tri bars, time for drop bars, time for hoods, and yeah, so there's a lot going on in this route. I mean, I go to Richmond Park all the time, but yeah, so this is going to be a busy route. The run routes are going to be fine. I think there's just going to be little hills, but the run routes is going to be basic. But like the bike route, for 4 laps, there's just a lot going on in each lap. But yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lung buster, but it should be a good one. So I'm just getting the bike into some form of condition. It's always look after your bike. Free speed. Clean your bike to get free speed. So. Quite dirty at the moment because I've been out and about everywhere. But yeah, get your bike nice and clean.
So in terms of your preparation, nutrition and your gear, what's the difference between the triathlon and the duathlon?
Well, transition's easy because you're in running trainers, so you just run straight to your bike. If you're super keen, you can keep your shoes clipped in, and then you just kick off your trainers and go. If you don't have the skills or the confidence to do that, like I don't, I just then run in and kick off my trainers, put my cycling shoes on and go. So transition's really quick because you're not going to mess around with wetsuits. Nutrition wise should be very similar to what you would do an Olympic distance triathlon in. All your eating is done on the bike, all your drinking is done on the bike, because running and drinking, running and eating is just not great. So I'm gonna do the same. You just want to aim off for 60-ish, 60 to 80 grams of carbs per hour. So just do the maths, figure out what you're going to have before, and then for the duration of the event, you just need to make sure those numbers add up. So I'll have my standard race breakfast, which is my rice pudding and honey. I'll have a gel just before I start. I'll get through the first run, then on the bike. This time I'm not going to actually have a gel. Last time on the triathlon I had 2 water bottles, one with water, one with electrolytes in. This time I'm just going to have water and see how that works out better, and I'm going to have 4 gels on the bike. So Richmond Park, I know I can't go quicker than 20 minutes a lap. I know I can't do that. So it's going to take me 21 minutes per lap ish. So at the top of Bloomberg Hill, where there's you're covering after the hill and there's a bit of straight, I'm just going to have a gel every time I go there. So I'm going to have 4 gels on the bike route every time I get to the top of Bloomberg Hill, because I know how long it's going to take me to get round. And then that'll help me after the initial run, and that'll help me prep for the final 5k and just make sure I stay fueled really. Yeah, so very similar. You just want to make sure the maths adds up, that you're having the right amount of calories and carbohydrates per hour that you're working out. When you oil your chain, it's easy to go crazy on oil. You just need a little dab per kink. So find out where it starts, which is always this link pin, and then you just put a little bit on, and then you just go each kink like that. You don't need to be cans of spray and just absolutely blitzing it. It's too much. It's a waste of lube. We don't waste lube. Yeah. You just kind of do a little bit on each chain, and you'll be going round and round in circles unless you find that start point again. There it is. There we go.
Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan is to beat Matty. And that's the only thing that matters. No, so the plan is it's all about that first 10k. 10k, you can win and lose a 10k in the first 1k. You can easily go flying out the blocks, go too hard, then it affects the back end of your 10k, or you go too slow and then you don't finish at the right time you're meant to. So it's about knowing what pace you can hold. I'm aiming to do a pretty speedy 10k. I'm aiming for like 4:30 splits. Sub 45 minutes is what I'm really aiming for on the 10k, and then I know what pace I can hold on the bike. I want to average just over 30k. I'd like to average 30k an hour over the 4 laps, and I know at each section where I need to be pushing, because I've done the laps so many times, and I know what my max effort is. So I'm just going to be touch off for what max effort is. I'll be, the day of the race will maybe push a bit harder. I'm going to have Matty somewhere around me chasing me down. So I know, so my plan is just to kind of sit about 30k an hour, and then the last 5k run, I'm quite good. I run 5ks quite regularly, but after doing the 10k and the bike, I reckon my legs are going to be fried going into that 5k. So anything can happen. But yeah, I've got a plan. The key for these events is to have a strategy, stick to it, and then enjoy the events. The only time you don't enjoy them is when you go too hard at the beginning, or you don't get your nutrition right. If you get your nutrition right, you'll finish in the best. If you have a strategy and get your nutrition right, you'll finish the best you can possibly finish. It's when you go in and you go in a bit blind, you just hit things too hard and then you crash and burn. It's a 2.5 hour event, 3 hour event. If you go too hard in the first hour, the next 2 hours are going to be pain. So if you pace it well, then you enjoy the day. If you have the right nutrition at the right time, you won't get the headaches and the dehydration that comes in. So it's about having a plan, but it's you can only do so much on the day. It all comes to about the training before. So as long as you've done your training, when you turn up on the day, you'll be ready, and then have a nutrition plan and a race strategy, and do your best to stick to it. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Yeah, I'll see you on race day. welcome back to what's Dale doing. Just finished the London Duathlon. Got my medal out there. Great race. Couldn't have went any better. Pushed really hard on the 10k. I wanted to make the 10k. I wanted to hit 43 minutes, which I did. Just slightly over. You know, the bike, I was flying on the bike. Yeah, the final 5k though was horrendous. Like when I did the London Triathlon, I felt good in that run. The final 5k, yeah, I was in absolute bits. But overall, really happy about that come out. I think I'm going to rank pretty high on this. Just waiting for the official times to come through. Yeah, but my 10k and the 4 laps, so the 44k bike, I couldn't win any better. So really happy with that. Yeah, I'm going to get a massage now because I'm in absolute bits. Right, all done. London Duathlon done. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved that. Got a really good time. The initial run felt great. 10k felt great. The bike I was absolutely flying off. It's a tough course. You know, every lap you've got Bloomberg Hill, which is pretty steep, followed by a longer steady climb and 3 roundabouts where you basically have to stop at to turn right. So you stop starting all the time, you're up and down, but yeah, 4 laps of that was pretty punchy. But yeah, loved it, absolutely loved that. So London Triathlon done, London Duathlon done. The next one on the list, we're going to Belgium for a 180km bike ride, and then 4 weeks after that, we've got a big one, half Ironman in Greece 70.3. So this is all building nicely to that. So I'm gonna take a deload week, sort myself out, yeah, put myself back together, and then really start fine-tuning the training. But yeah, everything's going well. Right, thanks for watching what's Dale doing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode, which will be in Belgium. Right, thanks for watching.